Only when the last tree has died, the last river has been poisoned, the last fish has been caught, will we realize that we cannot eat money. Welcome to the forest, the Metaverse's lungs. Welcome to Xave World.
Hello, welcome to Belobaba Launchpad. This is Jesus Sánchez Bermejo. Welcome. Well, today we have a lovely project with us. It is Xave World. It is a lovely metaverse, and also we have to introduce to you to Matias Calzada. Matias is a co-founder of this lovely project, Xave World, and well, we have a lot of questions about and very interesting about this project. But I first of all introduce to you Matias. Matias, hello and welcome to this lovely launchpad. Talking about this AMA for to know all the questions about. Please say a few words and present yourselves, please.
Okay, thanks of all. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Belobaba, for the space. And thank you for opening the doors of Belobaba in its entirety for Xave World as a project. As Jesus says, my name is Matias Calzada. I'm CBO. I'm co-founder of Xave World, a metaverse and an entire project aimed to music and entertainment. And my background basically is from traditional media, audiovisual production, and the music background that we enhance in this project. So we have a lot to cover, a lot to tell, and hopefully you will like it. So again, thanks Belobaba for the space.
Okay, if you like, Matias, let's go for the first question about Xave. Okay, first of all, how was Xave born?
Xave was born because of a vision, basically. We are 6 founders of Xave. 4 of us have been working for half a decade now, and always related to music and entertainment, but with a common vision. We started off with an OTT platform of music, always with a vision that we needed to overcome different crises that the music industry had, and to provide some tools and a definite platform for especially upcoming artists to develop their careers, to have a place to show their art, to benefit from it, to enlarge their fan base, and have the opportunities that they don't have in real life, let's say. The OTT platform wasn't the place for it. The major labels wasn't part of that solution. If you're not part of that, you are an outcast, and that's very hurtful for upcoming artists, and becomes impossible for these artists to live from their art. They have to have another job, and etc. And with the upcoming blockchain technology, the NFTs, the metaverse, Web3 as a whole, everything that we maybe hear, but we don't know exactly what it is, we started to discover that was the tool that was going to make our vision possible. And we founded Xave, and we two main guys added to the founding of the company, specialized in finances, in corporate businesses, and crypto especially, and that made the team complete. And the timing was perfect because it came with the pandemic, which all the crisis in the music industry was in haste in a way, and the timing was perfect. And we noticed that in the metaverse and the blockchain technology and Web3 as a whole, we have the solution and we have the possibility of creating a base of technologies, an environment, a game-like experience, and a lot of tools that will make our vision possible and will create a platform for artists to develop their art in a democratic way. Yeah. So that's how Xave was born. That was the previous vision, and that's what we are working on for the last 2 years and a bit more than 2 years.
Okay, perfect, and very good about Xave, and very good about what is the way talking about music. I really like music. I think all of us love the music, and I think this is the way more or less about Xave. For that, I have the next question. Why do Xave focus on the music market?
Um, well, it's our strongest background. Me personally, as I said, I come from traditional media, television, advertisement, but press and communication, institutional press and communication as well. But in my journey as a producer or coordinating productions, I was faced into the music business as well. And one of our co-founders, especially one of them, traveled the world around producing music and working with the main artists that you can imagine. It's our strongest background. We love music as individuals as well, and we know the problems of the music industry. Regardless of that, we open Xave, as we said, we usually claim the metaverse main stage, but we open the game to music and entertainment. We don't close doors. We open doors to other forms of entertainment and other forms of services that can be applied within a metaverse and within an ecosystem like Xave, that will propose to the user that they will come to our metaverse because of music and entertainment, but that's not the only reason they will stay. The offering will be larger, and that's for the benefits of the artists as well, and that will provide more tools or more room to create. So, but the music, it's what we have been working for many years now, and we thought, aside from music itself, we thought that was very important to create a metaverse and an ecosystem around Web3, based on an industry rather than creating an open world based on nothing. Having the background of a music industry in this case give us a very clear purpose. We aim everything that we develop towards music and entertainment, and that focus, the technology that we developed and we need to develop in the future to a very clear purpose, and that's that great focus. But that's why, because of our background, because our love of music, because of our love of entertainment, we decided to aim the entire project in music and entertainment.
Okay, next question is more or less the same, but I need to know more about, if you like, to say to me, because the question is, how is Xave thinking about their business model? Because, okay, business model is about music, but how is Xave thinking about? Because people working before in this industry talking about music, or how?
The idea is to, as I said before, provide a different landscape, especially for our coming artists. That works for artists that are already on the top, or they already have a fan base. A metaverse like Xave becomes another place to perform, another place to show their art, and to redirect their art to a different uh, kind of people, different users that know their art, but they were not so involved for within their artist. But especially aiming to upcoming artists, because it's are the ones that are going to benefit the more. And our business model aims to that, to create opportunities in a democratic way. And not only that, the technology that we provide for the music industry within our metaverse is not to the goal that we are constantly the providers, and users and and musicians and artists in general will take those tools and make their art within the metaverse. Uh, we provide the basis of it. The growth of the metaverse itself and the shape it will take, it will be because of the users and because of the artists. The idea is to create a platform that can take the shape that actually works for the artist, and that shape might change in time, uh, so we don't fall into a crisis like other platforms fall in the past. Uh, if we create something that is able to adapt to an ever-changing landscape like the music business, uh, the metaverse will be always a place for music and entertainment to be a viable platform to perform music, to show their art, and not just a fixed proposition of a technology platform that works now. But if music evolves and the industry changes, the our technological proposal falls behind. The idea is that for users and musicians to be absolute protagonists in a democratic way of the growth and evolution of the metaverse itself. So, for every need that happens in the future, uh, with our support, of course, uh, will be the artists and the content creators, the ones that are going to reshape the metaverse, to create a real time solution for the problems they are facing, and to reshape their art, to reshape how they show their art, and that will end up in the reshaping of the metaverse itself and the product itself. So that's our business model, to create all the technological tools that we can provide, and from that, and from the art, and from the content creation of the artists that become part of the Xave world, that becomes a constant evolution of the experiences that the users will have. So uh, everything will work as a community, and that's our business model. That a platform that always work, and in which we always, as Xave, as a company, we can propose new things, new opportunities for artists and for users as well.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think the project, with your words, is a lovely project for this launchpad. But I have more questions about, and I think you will be able to, have a lovely answers, because, for example, in this next question, talking about artists, I think it's very important to know how it's working, Xave, about this process to introduce artists into this metaverse. And the question then is, why does Xave focus on artists, especially upcoming ones?
Well, as I said, those are the upcoming artists are the ones that suffer the most. But if you put together all the upcoming artists in all the genres of music, they are actually the basis of what people love to. Uh, the uh, urban music that came around for the last few years and had a tremendous impact, being trap, rap, hip hop, uh, the music that comes from the streets. That's the music that represents people. And those upcoming artists, uh, behind every artist that you know, because they are in every media, they are very strong in social media, and they are invited usually to perform or to have exposure in traditional media. Behind every artist that you can see and know, even if you're not into that music, there are thousands, behind them, uh, trying to do the same, performing at the same level or even at a higher level, but they don't have the exposure that they need. So that the idea of creation a democratic platform that gives the same opportunities to everyone, and everything will be uh, depending on the quality of the art. That should be how the music and entertainment industry should work, and every line of art should work. That the merit and the success or not, it's based on the art the artist produce, rather than the lack of opportunity. Uh, we want to remove that from the map. We want to give an ever going and ever evolutioning opportunity, and everything will be up to the quality of their art. And people will have the democratic opportunity to encounter uh, thousands of artists rather than five, six that traditional mainstream media proposed. Uh, those are going to be welcome as well, of course, but the idea is to create diversity and democracy to the ecosystem of the music and entertainment industry. Uh, that's why we aim to upcoming artists. Whatever works with upcoming artists works for the entire ecosystem of the industry. Jesus, you're muted. I can hear. I can. Sorry. Yes,
Yes,
I can
yes.
hear.
Sorry about that. Yes,
Okay,
I don't know why, but okay, now you can hear to me. Yeah. Okay, carry
perfect.
on then with the next lovely question. And then talking about the last one, for me, is very important because if it's lovely metaverse about music, what about the
Yeah.
artist? So I think it's, questions must be asked about. Okay, and let's go for the next one if you like. And it is a lovely question about NFTs and about forests into this
Oh.
metaverse called Xave World. And the question is, how did the idea of Xave Forest and come about, and what it is goal?
Um, well, I said something before. We open the doors. We believe that a metaverse is not, regardless of we aiming towards the music industry and the entertainment industry. Um, we open the doors to any form of project or anything that blockchain can actually create a benefit for. Uh, we create a partnership with a company called Curest. Uh, the the core of Curest is the selling of NFTs of digital trees called NF3s, and from every digital tree that is sold in an NFT format, Curest plants uh, trees in real life uh, in different places of the world. Right now, they are around Spain planting trees. Um, and we thought that was an amazing idea because our metaverse has a lot of natural environment. So we decided to create an entire forest of 2,000 trees and uh, and make that model join the metaverse. Uh, we always will link it to music. So the forest in its center, as you can see behind me, that's the forest, and that's uh, the uh, the stage in the center to create music and entertainment um, venues and different events within the forest that are related to the ecosystem, to climate change. But it was a beautiful collaboration that in its core is not related to music. It's related to climate change and to how blockchain technology can actually help the world. And for us, it was an opportunity to show that uh, we aim towards music and entertainment as an industry. Yes, but blockchain technology, the metaverse as a technology, can actually bring a huge value to the world and to the main things that the world needs to attack, given climate change, social problems, educational problems. We already have uh, uh, confirmed towards the future the inclusion of an academy for people to join because of music and entertainment, but they will find networking within our metaverse, in which they will be able to learn about Web3, the metaverse. What is this all about? While they are enjoying into a metaverse environment. So it's a big example on how um, we open the doors to different uh, blockchain solutions or blockchain projects that can fit and find synergy with. So we opened up the forest. The forest selling. It's We created a model in which you buy a tree within our metaverse, and together with that, you buy a piece of land of the Xave Forest. So you are going to be buying land of the forest of the metaverse itself, and the model is that once you buy an NFT, Curious assign a token that from a measurement that they have of the CO2 that those real life trees remove from the environment and the oxygen they create, that creates revenue for the holder of that NFT. So it's a benefit for the holder of the NFT. In the end, they have a land within our metaverse. They have this NFT that creates revenue, and they help the environment for the climate change, and they give their bit of a solution for something as urgent as climate change. And we started from different stages. We are in the middle of the second stage in our own market. So if you explore our website, you can go directly to the market, Xave.market, and the first thing you will encounter is the ongoing sale of these NFTs under this model. I think it's something that is very inspiring and shows the potential that blockchain technology has and the metaverse as an industry has to actually create an impact in real world. As we always say, the metaverse is not something that comes to replace real life. It's a different way on how we experience internet, how we experience our life online in a more in a enhanced way, in a more uh, beautiful environment and more attractive environment, but that will create an impact and can create an impact in the real world. We live in the real world, and in order for enjoy Xave Metaverse, we need to take care of our planet. We need to be sure that we'll be still here, and if we can mix the technology to help the real world, Xave World as a metaverse is open to that. And the Xave Forest, again, an ongoing selling of the forest that you can go to the market, our official marketplace, and be part of it. It's a demonstration of that potential.
Okay, I really like the thing cores and the NFTs. I think it's very important for the worldwide. The thing about green color. Is very
Right.
very. It's about that you are working in this way too. Okay, and talking about markets, I think maybe the winter. Talking about the winter is
Yeah.
finished, and maybe spring is just arriving. Who knows? No, who never know.
Right.
But what do you think about if the crypto winter is finished or not, and still market is coming down again? What do you think about? Because it's very important in a launch
Yeah.
pad. If we are not in winter and we are in spring, and how if we buy this token and coming in the future, the not only spring, the summertime, for the trend of a token. What do you think about it? We are in winter or we are in spring?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't know where the this situation of the crypto market is located in the planet. Therefore, I don't know the latitude. I don't know if it's winter, spring, and these denominations. And on the other side, the crypto side is not my strongest point within the company, but I have quite an understanding of what's going on. But I like to analyze this crypto winter that we went through, that we are still going through, We are still on the verge of knowing. It seems like it's coming to an end. Seems like it, but maybe we can say this today. Tomorrow something happens, and everything comes down to an ever-going winter. Um,
You never know.
I try to analyze it. Right, I try to analyze it. There are a lot
Yeah,
of big players that can create. We believe that we are in
really.
spring. Everything can become warmer, and we are enjoying the sunlight. And someone comes and decides that they like the cold of winter again.
Mhm.
There are big players that have that power. Regardless of that, my analysis comes from a different perspective. I put myself out of a if I weren't part of a project related to crypto. And what I see is that this was an inevitable thing, becoming to an end or not. This
Mhm.
is something that is actually cleaning up the map in a way.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
they a lot of actors came around, a lot of
Yeah.
exchanges, a lot of different
Definitely.
cryptos, and the all this ecosystem grew to a level in
Yeah.
which real projects uh, become mixed with scams and people just trying to take advantage, creating cryptocurrencies backed by nothing. And yeah, the crypto winter started when we started to see scammers and people that actually didn't back the projects that they were telling that they had. So I think this winter, rather aside from the numbers and the um, that affected our coin as well and affected our project and the confidence of the general public towards these cryptocurrencies and the metaverse and everything that related to blockchain. um, that's why the metaverse was just something, and it will uh, diminish themselves uh, eventually, and it was just to be something fashion in a certain small amount of way, which I don't agree. I think is the metaverse is 100% here to stay. Um, but this winter and this process that we witness, I like to imagine that is, and the little proof that I have from my knowledge backs what I believe. It's a cleaning process of the
Mhm.
ecosystem, and the ones that are going to stand after the winter
Mhm.
will capture the confidence of the general public again, because once you survive, and that's something we also uh, uh, adapted in our project, is okay, through this process we need to keep our nose out of the water, because if we surpass the winter and after the winter we say hi, we're still here, that's because we have a real project, that whatever winter comes and how much it lasts, it doesn't matter. It's not going to wash us away because we are a real thing, a real
Mhm.
project that we know it will take time to develop because we are a serious project. And I
Mhm.
think if something good comes from this crypto winter is that whatever stays is something that automatically will create confidence
All right.
for the general public and from the community. So maybe it sounds like the a glass half full. I chose to believe in that. I chose to see it in that way, but I also base my opinion on what I see, on what's going on,
Okay.
on the ones that are going down, and the ones that are not. The ones that are
Okay.
standing, keep going and keep developing and keep working. We are one of those. So hopefully it's the end of the winter and the starting of the spring. It seems
Hopefully.
like it. Hopefully we are there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your answer about the cryptocurrency markets. And I have another question about markets, but not about cryptocurrency and blockchain. The question about the market is, how do Xave see the music and streaming market?
Okay. I'll divide it in two. One thing is the music industry and the music market, and the streaming side. Streaming. Let's start with streaming. Involves my original background in audiovisual production. Streaming was always there. Um, it became a part uh, of every live show, every live broadcast. The opportunity, if something was happening on the other side of the planet, via streaming, you had the opportunity to see it and to be part of it in real time. Leaving that aside, streaming as a technology and as a way of sharing content or art uh, become a protagonist during the pandemic because it was actually the only way to share uh, uh, content in any form, in any format, in any industry. But I believe that the streaming technology itself is just a technological part of something greater. With streaming itself, it doesn't work. I witnessed, especially with DJs, because of what I was working at the time. Uh, when the pandemic started, uh, every DJ that I know, every artist that I knew, especially DJs, went straight to the social media, started to broadcast, streaming live, streaming offline, fake lives. And after 4 5 months, they stopped doing it because it was fundamental for people the first months of lockdown. But after several months of lockdown, and when things started to open just a bit, streaming wasn't something attractive anymore. Um, but uh, within a metaverse context and a game like experience, uh, it creates interest again because the streaming is just a part of what we are going to offer. But a metaverse like ours offers different technologies. Streaming is one of them. 360 content is another one. Um, Live shows within the metaverse with the artist in a form of an avatar is another one, or the actual artist on a virtual space and a virtual stage within the metaverse. So everything involves the streaming technology because it's something going that is being broadcasting through internet, the basis of the streaming concept. But it's just a piece of technology that can be included into these new technologies that came around. Became a fundamental technology during the pandemic, but it's going to be just a tiny part of what's coming up. Regarding the market, it's very simple. There were two main crises in the music industry. The second one we are facing it right now. That's why we're working on the solution. The first one was the major labels. If you as an artist were not part of the major labels, you were an NN. You were no one knew John Doe, like they say. It was very hard for the artists if they were not part of that ecosystem to become known and actually live from their music. As a solution of that became the different platforms that we all know, and probably we have accounts in which you can hear music and you have all the music in the world there in your cell phone to enjoy. But right now, it became a problem again because any upcoming artists have the opportunity to upload their music in those platforms, but they need millions and millions of reproductions to make a penny. So then again, if they don't have the platform or the communication power to become known, no one is going to know that they are on these platforms. So we have this crisis again. That's why what I told before, the metaverse might be the future. Our metaverse, we want to become the main stage of the metaverse. And when you think of music within the metaverse, you think about Xave World and developing the technologies to not fall on another crisis within the music market. Um, if something happens, something changes within the market, we want to develop the technologies to adapt to those changes and not fall in another crisis. That's our goal. That the music industry, the music market, has a permanent solution within Web3 and within our metaverse as a game-like experience.
Thank you for your response, for the question. And I have another questions about the metaverse, because it's the main question about the Xave World is all about metaverse. And what did you chose to create a metaverse despite other available segments?
Well,
I know it's a question. Why?
yeah, two
But
things.
Why did you?
Yeah, yeah. I think of two things.
Yeah.
I said it before in another answer.
Mhm.
First of all, because uh, we could give a lot of examples, but any other platform or any other source that
Mhm.
we could aim our project towards uh, failed in the past. We have been around the music industry for a long time. We developed other kinds of platforms for the music industry, and
Mhm.
it doesn't work the way we want to work and what we think it will become a solution for the music industry. And the metaverse, not only from the technological side, gave us the opportunity to, okay, we can deploy our entire vision and all the technologies we always hope to develop and all the solutions, we can do it here based on blockchain technology in a decentralized way, in a democratic way. And why the metaverse? Because the metaverse not only allows that, it creates an immersive environment, and it gives a place to deploy all our creativity in the creation of the metaverse and all the creativity of the artists as well. So the artists not only will able to share their music, but they will have a lot of tools within our metaverse to actually uh, be as creative as they can in their own environment in which they will show their art. They will have tools to create their own stage, to adapt their own land, to show their art in a structure that they can choose, they can build, they can adapt, they can personalize from their avatar to their own building, their own stage, uh, their own DJ booth for the art for DJs. So the metaverse is a place where uh, artists can deploy all their creativity from the music perspective, if they are musicians, from the music side, from all the other side of their creativity. The same way, if they have a gig in real life, how they set up the stage, how the decorations, how they show um, uh, uh, their musical side in visual tones. The metaverse is endless in that way. The creativity that you can deploy in the metaverse on how you show your music, but how you make a visual impact as well. Uh, it's endless, and it's endless for us as well to create and keep creating and keep adding technologies towards the metaverse. So that's why the metaverse was the way to go. uh, um, and I think it's the future of internet. It's the pinnacle of the future of how people will consume internet, how will they consume information, content, and I think the metaverse will replace the metaverse as a whole. We create a metaverse. We actually are creating a space within the metaverse, being the metaverse the entire thing. Um, I think that's where people will actually translate their already online lives, and it will become the replacement of internet as we know it, of social media as we know it. um, uh, I don't know how much it will take, 5, 10, 15 years maybe, but I think this is where it's going. And uh, and and I believe many actors are understanding this as well. If you
Mhm.
analyze general companies, brands, for retail, fashion, every industry that you can think of, maybe a couple of years ago, you explain a metaverse and the opportunity of a company to become part of a metaverse. They don't get it. It was just one call, no opportunity of a second call. Now we are seeing major brands becoming part of the metaverse. Uh, because they understood the potential and the future potential of the metaverse. And this is going to keep going in that line. So again, I don't know how much time it will take, but I believe that in the next decade, the metaverse will be known by everyone, and everyone should know from the corporate side and from a user perspective that the metaverse is the place to go. What is your interest? What do you like to enjoy? You will find different places within the metaverse to find that, but it's going to be in the metaverse.
Um, you before was talking about the years off, and I have a question about years because you tell us before we don't know how is going to be this the company in 5-10 years, or you know something about, because the question is how do Xave projects in the near 5 years, what do you think is going to be this company 5 years, more or less, actually?
Um, Hopefully, we are going to become our claim, the metaverse main stage. Um, from 5 years from now, of course, the metaverse will be in its final version. But aside from that, um, we hope that every single piece of vision that we had in the past uh, not only became a reality, but the user and the artist adopt that vision, share our vision, and become part of our metaverse. So I think that from here to the next 5 years, we for sure we will work on our vision and to educate people from the users to the artists and companies that want to walk our journey with us. To understand the potential of the metaverse. And maybe in 5 years' time, we will see that a reality and something that is already happening within our metaverse. And maybe a lot of things that are not in our roadmap, but eventually will become part of our roadmap because this is an ever growing and ever changing landscape. So, as I said before, we are working on a project that knows from the very beginning that we'll need to adapt constantly, not because of the music industry, but because of the behavior of the users, what the users like, what the users want to see, what the users want to consume. So, and the usage that the users give to the metaverse. So, hopefully, in the next 5 years, we accomplish that vision, and we in that journey for the next 5 years, and this applies for the next 10, 15 years, uh, to be up to date and to still be there and be protagonist. And we dream to make, again, our claim a reality. The moment that any user around the world thinks about music within the metaverse, thinks about Xave World. That's our goal. If we can accomplish that in 5 years, I don't know. But well, what I really see is that we are working towards that goal for the next 5 years. That's for sure.
Okay, thank you again for your answer about, and I have another one. Okay, another
Okay.
question. I think is just the last, or we can carry on. I don't mind because it's a lovely conversation about, Xave World and its launchpad into a Belobaba launchpad. So I think that clients, community of Belobaba likes to know more about your company. And I have another nice question for you, actually. How do Xave plans to support the development of technologies for the growth of the music market?
Um, well, again, we know what the urgencies of the music industry are. So we know that those are the first tools that we need to develop. Um, give all the tools that an artist needs to deploy their art, to deploy their music, and to be their own bosses in a way, to represent themselves, not depending on anyone else. Uh, and in parallel to that, to develop tools that will require our constant support. That's our vision as well. So the technological development goes on both lines. The technology that we developed for the artists to be independent within our metaverse to create and to have all the tools available for them, and for us to keep creating tools, knowing what's coming up, or through the journey, knowing and understanding, okay, there is a hole here that we need to fix. Um, but it's not a hole that we bring everything down. It's a hole that the artists creating their art within our metaverse and showing their art, and the users going around the open world of our metaverse, uh, show us that we need to work on this side, on the other side. So it's to create the tools that we already know are needed for the industry, and there are the fundamental core of our metaverse, which is the independence of the artist, and the creation of their art, and an ever growing technological tools to create new tools that goes to the ever changing needs of the industry and the users, and to the tools that we already developing to make it better, to enhance the quality of those tools, and to make all the changes that there are needed to be still of usage, and the artists, uh, if they have to change something of the market changes, the tools and the development and the technological background of the project changes with that, and keeps up to date. So those are the bases. Now, what the future will show us, we don't know, but we are prepared to that. We know that we need to be ready to develop on top of what we are developing right now, to develop whatever solution comes to whatever problem comes. We don't know yet what those problems are, what those changes are, on how we can improve the experience of the users and the artists, but we know, we are focused that that's what's going to happen, because again, this is an ever-changing landscape and we need to be ready. So this is our focus, to develop what we need, what we know is needed right now, and to be very attentive of what's need to be developed in the future.
Okay, Matias, lovely to hear about Xave World. Thank you for stay today with us. Belobaba Launchpad. Please, last words about your lovely project, and how people of the community of Belobaba must buy, this project into the Launchpad of Belobaba, please.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Belobaba, for the space.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure, and something that we will repeat in the future, I'm sure. I divide two invitations. First of all, go through our website. I can show you. You can see Xave World, Xave.world. As simple as that. That's our main website, and from there you can go to Xave.market as well, and that's where you're going to find all the information about the forest. That's what we are launching right now, and what we are going to launch from the 17th of this month, together with Belobaba, is the Xave Forest, which implies to buy a piece of land within our metaverse, and a digital tree that it's included in the chorus model to at the same time of owning a piece of land within our metaverse, you are helping the planet at the same time. And in your name, real trees are planted, and a reforestation is being made in the real world for our benefit, for all our benefit. And enter our website, follow us in all our social media at Xave World, in all social media, so it's easy, and you will have all the information about the forest, the ongoing sale, and of course, for the last couple of days and for the next few days, all the information about the launch on the Belobaba Launchpad. You will have all the information, all the links there. So hopefully you will join us. This is just the beginning. And we have a lot of different NFTs, different experiences that we're working on that you can already see on our website. And if you stay connected in our social medias, if you join, from there you can join our official telegrams, both in Spanish and English. Discord channel, also Spanish and English. So, and there's people continuously being attentive. We are there as a founder, so you will be able to chat with us. We show our faces constantly. We support as much as we can. We have people there interacting constantly. So any doubt you have, you can reach us, and you can stay up to date to the upcoming news from Xave World, the Xave Forest, and Belobaba, and what we are working together. And hurry, because they were going to be fast. So keep up to date and be put in your calendar the 17th that Belobaba is going to host another AMA with us. In this case in Spanish, so from the Spanish public, the 17th, the same day of the launch, you will have another opportunity in this YouTube channel to see in Spanish with our CEO another AMA. You have the opportunity to share your questions, and that same day we will be announcing the official launch with our partner Belobaba. So again, Jesus, thank you. We are here in all social platforms, and to reach us out and enter in contact with us, and we are here to answer all your questions and to explain the entire project all the times that are needed.
Okay, thank you, Matias, for this lovely MMA and with Belobaba, and thank all the people watching this lovely project. And okay, yes, it's your choice to buy, in our lovely launchpad, Belobaba Launchpad. Xave World is a project starting the next Monday, today's Friday, next Monday of 17, and of course we'll have another MMA in Spanish. I'll be here again, and if you are in Spanish,
so
with
subscribe,
me again,
turn on the little bell. Add all the reminders, please, because it's the same of the day of the launch. You don't want to miss it, so subscribe to the channel right now. I'm subscribed right now, and turn the bell so you have the notification.
Matias, there's a question. We have groups into the Telegram, Spanish and English. You can put up there anything about your project, and maybe
perfect.
Clients come, our community maybe has question about, and you can respond just directly to them. I think it's a good idea. So go later on. You know the groups, but anyway, later on I'll give you the right links. Yes, just to make sure that
I'm already there, but I'll of course we are going to communicate there.
Both
I'll put our communication team.
Sure.
We have the communication team in our Telegram group, so we can invite as well to our Telegram group. But we are going to be very attentive to what's going on the Telegram groups of Belobaba, and we are going to be there to not only share all the information, all the links, all the beautiful things that we have done, the trailer that was shared in the beginning of this AMA, but also be there to any question you might have within the Belobaba community, of course.
Definitely. Yes. Do, please. I think will be better for your community and to know more your project just into. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And we are, thank you very much. And thank you all the people watching our community, Belobaba Launchpad, starting for Xave World next Monday, 17th of April. And thank you very much. We finish right now, and okay, we are on the way. Thank you, Matias, and see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Only when the last tree has died, the last river has been poisoned, the last fish has been caught, Will we realize that we cannot eat money? Welcome to the forest, the Metaverse's lungs. Welcome to Xave World.